The trader you become. After the market closes. What today can teach you? When the market closes, most traders immediately ask themselves questions like, how much did I make today? How much did I lose? Did I have a good trading day? The answers usually depend on one thing, the outcome. A profitable day feels like success. A losing day feels like failure. But perhaps the market has been asking a different question all along. Not, how much money did you make today? But, what can today teach you? Because after the market closes, the work changes. You're no longer trying to trade well. You're trying to understand today's trader. Chapter 1. Every trading day has two jobs. Every trading day has two jobs. The first is execution, making decisions, managing risk, following your trading plan, adapting to what the market is doing. During the trading day, your attention is focused on the next decision. Should I enter? Should I exit? Should I reduce risk? Should I stay patient? Everything happens in real time. There's very little opportunity to stop and think. You're simply trying to execute as well as you can. But eventually, you decide your trading day is over. You close your positions. You step away from the charts. The market may continue moving. Another trading session may begin somewhere else in the world. But your work as a trader has changed. You're no longer trying to make better decisions. You're trying to understand the decisions you've already made. Perhaps this second job is just as important as the first. Because trading doesn't only develop while you're participating in the market, it also develops while you're reflecting on it. The market is no longer asking you to perform, it's inviting you to learn. And perhaps that's where many traders miss one of the greatest opportunities for growth. Not because they don't work hard during the trading day, but because they never take the time to understand what the trading day was trying to teach them. Chapter 2. Every trading day leaves evidence. Every trading day leaves something behind. Not just profit, not just loss. Evidence. Every trade leaves evidence. Every decision leaves evidence. Every emotional reaction leaves evidence. Evidence of what has become a strength. Evidence of habits. Evidence of beliefs. Evidence of capabilities. Evidence of what still deserves your attention. The market isn't judging you. It's simply revealing something. A trader who repeatedly moves stop losses hasn't discovered they're a bad trader. The market may simply be revealing that respecting planned risk is still a capability being developed. A trader who repeatedly enters random trades may discover that waiting for quality locations is the capability that deserves attention. A trader who repeatedly gets trapped at the end of a move may discover that recognizing exhaustion before entering is still developing. Every pattern tells a story. The question is, are we willing to listen? Chapter 3. Collect before you correct. Many traders want to fix everything immediately. A losing day happens, and they promise themselves, I'll never do that again. But perhaps fixing comes too early. Before changing anything, collect information. Become curious. Imagine you're not judging yourself, you're researching yourself. In the beginning, your journal may contain quite a bit of information. The setup, the entry, the exit, the stop loss, the position size, the market condition, the time of day, the strategy, the trade management, the reason for entering, the reason for exiting, the reason behind the loss. The goal isn't to create more work. The goal is to collect enough information to understand your trading. You're trying to understand your trading from different angles. Which setups perform best? Which market conditions tend to work for you? What time of day do you trade best? What kind of trades often become your biggest losses? Which mistakes keep repeating? You're not looking for conclusions yet. You're simply allowing the patterns to emerge. Over time, something interesting begins to happen. The journal begins to reveal what deserves your attention. Perhaps you discover that moving your stop loss caused many of your biggest losses, or that re-entering near the end of an already extended move keeps appearing in your journal. Perhaps periods of financial pressure led to overtrading or revenge trading. Now your journal begins to change. Perhaps your journal doesn't need to stay the same forever. As your trading changes, your journal can change with it. Instead of trying to track everything, you begin focusing on the 1 or 2 patterns having the greatest impact on your trading. And that's when the questions become more specific. What were you thinking just before you moved your stop loss? What made that random entry feel like a good idea? What were you afraid would happen if you didn't enter? What happened just before you decided to re-enter near the end of the move? Those questions aren't there to judge your decisions. They're there to help you understand them. As one pattern becomes a strength, another pattern deserves your attention. The goal isn't to write the longest journal. The goal is to write one that helps you become a better trader. You're not just recording trades, you're collecting evidence. Evidence that will eventually reveal patterns. And those patterns will tell you what deserves your attention next, because you can't improve a pattern until you've recognized it. Awareness begins with observation. Observation leads to understanding. And understanding makes deliberate improvement possible. Chapter 4. What the pattern is trying to tell you. Finding a pattern is only the beginning. The pattern itself isn't the lesson. Understanding the pattern is. Imagine your journal reveals that moving your stop loss has become a recurring pattern and has contributed to many of your biggest losses. The pattern isn't simply, I moved my stop loss. The more important question is, why? Perhaps every time you moved your stop, you were trying to avoid accepting the loss. Perhaps every random entry happened after watching the market move without you. Perhaps every revenge trade happened because one losing trade felt unacceptable. Perhaps every re-entry happened because you couldn't accept missing the move. Now you're no longer studying your trades. You're studying your decisions. You're studying your reactions. You're studying your thinking. Because every repeated behavior begins long before the action itself. It usually begins with a thought, or a feeling, or a belief. The market isn't only revealing what you did, it's revealing why you did it. And sometimes, understanding why is what allows real change to begin. Chapter 5. One capability deserves your attention. Once you understand the pattern, tomorrow becomes much simpler. Many traders try to improve everything at once. No more overtrading, no more chasing, no more moving stop losses, no more FOMO, no more revenge trading, and no more random entries. Tomorrow becomes overwhelming before it even begins. Perhaps tomorrow doesn't require 10 improvements. Perhaps it only requires one capability, one deliberate practice. Imagine your journal revealed that moving your stop loss has been causing many of your biggest losses. Perhaps tomorrow isn't about making more money. Perhaps tomorrow is simply about respecting your original stop loss. Or perhaps your journal revealed that random entries continue to appear. Tomorrow's practice becomes very simple. Before entering, pause. Ask yourself, is this part of my trading plan? Or, am I reacting to the market? The goal isn't perfection. The goal is deliberate practice. One capability, one trading day. At the end of the day, reflect again. Did you improve? What made it easier? What made it difficult? What thoughts appeared? What can you learn before tomorrow? That's how deliberate improvement begins. Chapter 6. Development happens. One capability at a time. Professional traders aren't trying to become perfect overnight. They're continually developing. As one capability becomes stronger, another deserves attention. Perhaps first it was moving your stop loss. Later, it became overtrading, then random entries, then re-entering near the end of a move. The journal evolves because you evolve. It doesn't need to stay the same forever. In the beginning, it helps you discover your patterns. Later, it helps you refine them. The goal isn't to fill pages. The goal is to understand yourself more clearly than you did yesterday. Because every capability you develop changes the trader you become. Chapter 7. Bad days become different. Most traders dislike bad trading days, not only because they lost money, but because they believe the day was wasted. Perhaps there's another way to see it. Sometimes the most difficult trading day contains the most valuable lesson. If today's losses came from moving your stop loss, the market just revealed what still deserves your attention. If today's frustration came from revenge trading, the market just revealed another capability that needs development. If today's biggest losses came from chasing the end of a move, the market may be showing you that patience, not prediction, is the lesson. The loss itself isn't the lesson. The pattern behind the loss is. That doesn't make losing enjoyable, but it can make it meaningful. Because instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" you begin asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" Final thoughts. After you stop trading for the day, the opportunities may continue. The markets may continue moving, but your work has changed. The decisions have already been made. Now comes the opportunity to understand them, because something continues, your development. Every trading day leaves behind evidence. Evidence of what has become a strength. Evidence of what still deserves your attention. Some traders finish the day carrying frustration. Others finish the day carrying understanding. Perhaps that's the real purpose of reflection, not to judge today's trader, but to help tomorrow's trader. So perhaps the question after the market closes is no longer, "Did I have a good trading day?" Perhaps the better question is, "What did today reveal?" Because awareness becomes understanding. Understanding leads to deliberate practice. Deliberate practice develops capability. And over time, those capabilities become part of who you are as a trader. Remember what today revealed. If this video resonated with you, please consider sharing it with another trader who might find it helpful. And if you'd like more content like this, please consider subscribing and continue the journey. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.